One of the things I really loved was that there's one copy, not 100 or more. There were so many different versions of the Bible, and I always thought, well, how come my friend sitting next to me, she has 2 extra verses in hers, but on my text, those verses aren't there? Who's editing this? Why are some printed that have extra verses? Like, how do you know which one you have? Like, do you have the right copy? How do you know? And so I didn't like that. Even as a Christian, I always thought that was weird. And so when I learned that there was only one Quran and not a single letter has changed, I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's cool. And so I really liked that. And then as I kind of started to see some of these miracles that were in the Quran and the different scientific facts and everything. See, with Christianity, it was a lot of blind faith. And I'm saying this always from my own personal experience. I was always exposed to the concept of, just believe. Well, if you don't believe, then you don't have faith. And I'm like, well, shouldn't it make sense what I'm believing in? And I would ask the pastors in the church, I would say, well, you're saying that Jesus, God in the form of flesh. So God came into Jesus's body, but Mary gave birth to Jesus. So you're telling me Mary gave birth to God? No. And then if God was in Jesus's body and then they nailed him to a cross and killed him, so God died? Okay, so who's running the world?